welcome to Precious Years. This is Saida, and Tanya at Project Happy Home came up with this wonderful collab called the Homeschooling Biggest Mistakes, or My Biggest Mistakes. And I really wanted to jump in on this collab, so I'm a day or two behind. And as you can tell, I'm in a new place because we're in the process of moving. And so life has been very crazy for the past couple of days. However, I really wanted to get in on this. And even though I have my tripod here, however, I forgot the little clip because it's with my bigger camera that I didn't bring with me, but I did not want to miss out on making a video for this. No matter what, even if that means I have to hold a camera myself, that I will record this video. I'm determined to share because I really think these are really wonderful tips because it's very hard to hear people talk about their mistakes. And in YouTube, we're here to make videos so that it is helpful for you guys. So, further ado, I'm going to go ahead and tell you my 5 biggest mistakes that I have made so far in my, I think this is our 4th year going into homeschooling. Number 1 mistake. The number 1 mistake that I think I have made is that I pushed my kids into academics too early. When my oldest, who is now 7, started her doing preschool at age 3. And I really think that I should have waited. I did the letter of the week. I did some creative fun stuff. I mean, for her, she doesn't really think that I've made a mistake. But when I look back through, I wish I didn't let other people push me to get my daughter to learn her letters and her sounds and reading by 4. And just the social pressure, I let that get to me as opposed to letting my daughter enjoy her, like early taught years. I wish I let her play more. I mean, we did play a lot, so I don't put a lot of guilt, but I wish I did more. I played more. We played more and not really worked on the letters. My second biggest mistake I think I've made is that I over-planned. And so I would have all these ideas and I really wanted it to follow through. I wanted everything that was on my agenda to plan out, and I wanted everything to work the way I wanted it to work. And if it didn't, then I would stress myself out. I would stress out my kids, mostly my oldest, because by the time I think my youngest was learning with us, I think I had figured that out, that I was over planning. And I was, when you have the plans on pen and paper and you really don't want to make a change, I guess you could do whiteout and all of that, but you really want to be able to make sure you cross off everything. And so we've slowly learned that that is not the way to do. And the other part of it is that under planning. I think sometimes from one extreme to the other that I went, and I thought, okay, we'll just be like free flowing and just kind of just plan our day away. Well, that it doesn't work for me because of my personality. I think it's better that I plan something as opposed to nothing. So it's like finding the medium in between the two is the middle ground is what I needed to do. And that is something that as I went along the process, I learned that there's some sort of structure that I need. My kids also crave structure, and but not overburden myself with extensive planning, but just enough to get us going. And that's why I love doing the 6 weeks, 1 week off, because I think that really helps us. The third biggest mistake I think I've made is that I spent way too much. I really think okay, so I was never really a Dollar Tree shopper or a thrift store person because I just never did that. But once I had kids and I got to know other moms and I got to like understand this whole thrifting, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So what I did is I would go into Once Upon a Child and I would find all these things for like $2, $3, 50 cents, $1 books. And I was like, okay, I need it. What if I don't find it again? Because you might not be able to find it. Well, I mean, even if they're 50 cents or $1, they add up. Even if things at the Dollar Tree and Dollar Spot are $1 or $3, they add up. And not only do they add up, they cause chaos and a lot of stuff in your home that sometimes you forget what you have, what you don't have, because you have so much. And you don't really need that much to really homeschool. You don't have to have so much, and you don't have to overspend. I think I overspend so much that I think I have some stuff for like early, like middle school age grade, and I don't really need that yet. And I don't even know if my kids will know, if they would even like it. Now, as I'm going through things and I'm understanding that some things that I've purchased are not really going to work for them, but I bought it anyways. So even if it seems like a good deal, doesn't mean that it's something that you'll use. And if you don't use it and you have so much in your house, then it's crowded and you feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like, it's too much. And then when it's too much, with my personality, I get overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed, then you're not really happy and you're not really productive. Number 4 is I really didn't understand that every kid learns differently and not everyone learns the same way. And so I had all these expectations for my kids that were not really correct in my thinking. So, and so I think I didn't learn early enough about the different learning methods and different learning styles. I wish I knew how my kids were learning, and if I knew how they were learning and what their learning style was, I think it would have been much happier home. And that's something that I regret that I didn't do, is from the beginning give myself some leeway there. It's like they were really small, so I don't really even know if at that time I would have known. But that's just something I wish I had worked better on understanding, instead of getting upset or trying to feel like I'm a failure or feeling like they're not learning enough. Is that I wish I took a step back and just said, okay, this is not working. Is it because of this? Is it because of this? I mean, eventually, over the period of a few months, or I've learned, but I just wish I knew it from the beginning. And I hope that's why I hope these videos will be helpful to you guys, and especially newcomers, because you guys will already have learned from others' mistakes. And number 5 is that there's a stigma that homeschoolers are not socialized. So I was so paranoid about that during our early years, I overpacked our schedule with so many events and so many classes and so many science classes and math classes and this class and that class, and there was still very little. So I kind of spent my money on something that they really didn't get much out of it. And I wish I didn't plan so much outdoor activities that I got burnt out, and which caused me to leave a co-op, because it was just, we were always out and it was just getting too much. And I am an introverted person, so being out and about all the time is not something that I really enjoy. I like to be more home. And so I really needed to understand that I needed to be home. And so finding the balance. My little one is an introvert like me, and my oldest is an extrovert. So we need to find a balance. And I was just doing a lot. We're just doing a lot outside, and I wish I had slowed down and just enjoyed the process, instead of just trying to feel like I had to fulfill these classes to make my kids socialized. That's not really true, and I just wish I didn't do that. So this is an amazing collab. So please be sure to check out all the videos that will be listed at the end of the video, that will be down below and then up above. Make sure you check out their videos because you guys will learn so much. And just know that just because you make a mistake does not make you a failure. Mistakes makes us grow, makes us better, and we are doing something that is so, like selfless. We are, really trying to give it all our best to our kids. And when we sit back, realizing your mistakes is a huge thing. Not everyone can realize their mistakes. And the fact that we are able to do that, that makes us, you know, that we're trying to be a great mom. And I hope you take that away from here. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I apologize that it's probably going to be shaky a bit because I am not I didn't get to use the tripod, but I really wanted to jump in on this collab and make a video and get it out there and not have to wait another day. I hope you enjoyed this video. So I think I spent way too much, and that's something that I'm really working towards. Now there's a plane. This outside video doesn't really work, but my house is such a mess that I can't really record inside because there's stuff everywhere. So we're just gonna wait for that plane to fly away, wherever its destination is. Alright, it's gone.